Hi everyone and welcome back to the Chug channel. So, as you can see today, nothing to unbox cause we're gonna talk about this Harley Benton S-620 TB that I have bought a bit more than 3 years ago, and it was one of the first reviews I have made on the channel. I'm not sure you should watch it because really, back at this time, well, it was not the best reviews I was making, but anyway. Okay, what about this guitar 3 years after buying it? Well, I have changed absolutely nothing. Everything is stock. The Floyd, the pickups, the pots, the toggle that still move in the bad direction, but that still work. The bridge, as you can see, with it's a bit too wide for the saddles. Okay, this guitar is so exactly as I have bought it 3 years ago. Now time to listen to it with my current ring, which is much better than what I had 3 years ago. Demo in the mix, and I come back for the review. Okay, so what you've just heard is this Harley Benton S-620 TB, and of course I'm going to talk to you about what you couldn't see here through the demo. But just before we go there, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel if it's not already done. Leave thumbs up, leave comments, and please try and help me reach to 5,000 subscribers. That's my current goal, and therefore if you leave a comment, if you leave like, and if you share my videos, you're gonna help me. Now, if you order anything from my partner Taman, this guitar or anything else, please use my partner link that's gonna be in the video description down below. You have to know that when you click my link, you are on the German page of Taman. So to change the language, you just have to click on the German flag, choose your own flag, click save, and there you are. Now, if you want to make 100% sure that you are already on my partner page, you can use the second link. It's gonna lead you to a list of highly recommended gear. There you will see my banner, my logo, and pretty much everything that identifies the channel, so you're sure that you're already on my partner page. Alright, now let's go back to this guitar. I will start as usual with the headstock, matching headstock. No damage done with time. The tuners, well, they're not the best I have seen, but they're not that jumpy. They're not so bad, and I mean, they're doing a job. Let's remember that this guitar is something like 158 euros today. I didn't check it out, but 58 to 68, so sub to 100 euros, and you've got something that works very well. Okay, one of the downsides of this guitar historically is this. The saddles are, well, not parallel to the bridge, because the bridge is too big. That's because we have a Harley Benton licensed Floyd Rose. It's not a Floyd Rose special, it's a Floyd Rose that's made by Harley Benton. I think we've got some cheap components, but as you will hear when I play the guitar alone, even though it's a Floyd Rose under license, it's doing a pretty good job. Okay, the frets, basically they were good, nothing sharp. I had to polish them, and of course I have done it a long time ago. The strings I have installed in this guitar are 10 to 52, and they're doing a good job. I'm gonna talk about pickups a bit later. The Floyd Rose, as I said, is okay, it's doing a good job. The pots have a pretty good grip, and this toggle, even though I have already mentioned it in the first videos I have made, it's moving really in the bad direction, but it's moving in the good direction as well. It still works, it's still okay. I really thought I had to replace it a long time ago. That's not what happened. Okay, the neck. It's a C-shaped neck that's a bit thicker than when you're used to having on some other Harley Benton. For instance, I'm thinking about Fusion 3, for instance, or the Amrock, or this kind of thing, or Jesse Custom. This neck is something like, I would say, maybe 22 to 24 millimeters. It's a traditional C-shape, nothing modern here. It's smooth, it's comfortable, but you have to cope with this massive neck hill, which is still very normal on affordable guitars. So the access to the 24 fret is not super comfortable, even on the high E. I mean, you have your hill that's here, okay? So if I put my palm with my inch here, okay, my little finger is on the 22nd fret. So if I want to go to the 24, I have to stretch a tiny bit. So it's okay, and you can do it on the high E, on the B. It starts being a bit complicated on the G, even more on the D, of course, and trying to access the 24 frets on the low E and the A. Maybe my fingers are not long enough to do this, but okay, that's something you have to keep in mind if you want to buy this guitar. Now, since I have bought it, what have I done with it? Well, I have made several videos featuring this guitar. I have played it sometimes, because that's what you do when you have a YouTube channel and you are reviewing some new gear. Well, you're not playing your own gear that often, but okay, every time I have played it, I was satisfied with it, satisfied with the tone, satisfied with the playability, and really I thought, for the price I have paid back then, it's a good guitar, it's a good value for the money. The only downside as far as I'm concerned, and that's what I have realized in time, maybe the neck is just a bit too thick for my taste. I really got used to some Schecter necks, because I have a lot of Schecter guitars at home. So 20 to 22 is okay for me. The Ibanez Solar necks with 19 to 21 are okay for me as well. When you move to 22 to 24, it starts being a bit too thick. And even though it's not linked to this video, but that's the reason why I have not kept my Harley Benton EX84 modern with its 23 to 25 millimeters neck. It was too much for me. Just one thing I have not mentioned, but that may be interesting for you guys. The nut here is 42 millimeters. So I know some people don't like 41.3 because it's too narrow on the low frets, and when you play a classic chord like this, if you have fingers that are a bit thick, it's not very comfortable. On this one, 42, I think it's okay. It's yeah, it's a good deal, and really this guitar is really easy to play. Now, and that's a question I have already answered, but I'm gonna do it again. Should you buy this if you are an early beginner, you have never played guitar? Well, my answer is still the same. I don't think an early beginner should start with a guitar with a Floyd Rose. Everything with a Floyd Rose is more complicated. Changing the strings is going to take a lot more time. Setting the intonation up is going to take a lot more time. And the position of your palm when you play classic chords is going to be different. Let me show you if you're an early beginner. Okay, generally you put your palm here on the bridge. If I do this with this guitar, you hear that the bridge is moving. So you have to get used to play with your hand that's over the bridge. I think you can see it like this. And there you are. But for an early beginner, it's not the most comfortable thing. When you start learning, you really have to keep your right hand really very stable. And that's not what you can do if you're not used to doing it with a Floyd Rose. So if you have already started playing guitar and you want to try a guitar with a Floyd Rose, yes, it's a good choice, because for the price you will never find anything better. Now, if you want a first guitar to start playing and you have never touched an electric guitar, don't go on a guitar with a Floyd Rose, this one or any other. Start with a hardtail, and if you feel comfortable enough, go for this kind of guitar or something else afterwards, but not as a first guitar. Okay, enough talk about the playability. I think I've pretty much said it all. So now let's listen to this guitar played alone, clean and dirty. I'm gonna show you how the parts are working, and of course I'm gonna try this Floyd Rose and show you its tuning stability. Here we go. Okay, so what about those pickups? Well, they have bite, they have aggression, they have a good level of output for playing metal. The tone is pretty good. On the bright side, so if you want to tune lower than E standard, you can try and go for some D standard with the appropriate strings, and those pickups are still gonna sound good because they have enough high end and not too much low end, so the tone will remain pretty well balanced. Now, what I have realized in time is that the middle position for playing high gain is really ugly, and you have heard it when I play the guitar alone. You've got that wah, 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 wah thing that's really not sounding good. I do like a lot the sound of the neck pickup on clean and on leads. I do appreciate a lot the bridge pickup for its aggressivity, even though maybe some people will find it a bit harsh, especially on the high strings, but I like it as such. And really, I've been thinking about changing the pickups, but I have never done it because I thought, okay, maybe some other pickups are gonna sound a bit better, but really for the price, I mean, if I had changed, I would have gone for some Seymour Duncan, and even on the used market, some Seymour Duncan remain pretty expensive. So I thought, okay, this one is good enough, and decided to keep them. So yeah, good guitar. After 3 years, I'm still happy that I have it, but I think in time I will have to sell it because the problem I have is a problem of space. I cannot store more than 80 guitars and 2 basses here at home. So if I want to keep some other guitars and some other Harley Bentons, I have to sell some of my rig, and maybe this one is gonna be in my list for sale in a couple of months or something. I mean, I've had a good time, but I have skipped some interesting guitars that I wish I had kept because I didn't have enough room. For instance, Harley Benton R446. I wish I had kept this guitar because really, I think it's interesting. It's got, just like this one, I mean, a very interesting basis for a very small price, and I wish I see how it lasts in time. So I think if I sell this one, I'm gonna buy a Harley Benton R446, and maybe in 2 or 3 years, I'm gonna make another video just to tell you how it works in time. Okay, well, I think I really have said it all about this guitar. Very interesting piece of gear for a very affordable price. So if you want a first guitar with a Floyd Rose, if you're not sure what you're gonna like it or not, really get your eyes on this one. You can't go wrong. It's really a very interesting piece of gear. I mean, Harley Benton is able to do sometimes some great guitar for an incredibly low price, and this one is one of those amazing guitars that really you cannot think about something else in even for twice the same price that could be as good as this one. So yeah, great deal, and I'm really happy that I have decided to keep it. Okay, well, this time I've said it all. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for the next video.